guys, there are only 2 months left for the examination for the May 2021. After a lazy pandemic and everything, you need to get active, you need to pull up because you are writing your exams in May 20. And in February, it seems like it's too far, but no, only you have 2 months from now, hardly 2 months, 15 days maximum from now on. So for those people, nothing is impossible if you haven't even started very seriously. If you start today itself very seriously, I am sure that with this plan you'll be able to complete your revision 3 times. Nothing is impossible. So let's start how we have to go about the preparation. See, this preparation is good for CA foundation or CA inter people also, because if they are taking one group, this plan works for them too. See, this plan is also good for preparation of CA final people and also CA inter people, as only for the group 1. Okay, because it has all the 4 subjects, so they can cope up well. Instead of these subjects, they can replace their own subjects, right? So let's move about. See, from February till May you have this much time, right? That is February, 15 days are left from now. Okay, and March 31 days we have, April 30 days we have. In April, last 10 days you just remove off. Anyhow, this will be very rigorous. It all together needs a separate timetable. Okay, let's go about February. In February now we are left with only 15 days, so you need to catch up for these days. Take a mathematics and economic subjects and try to complete as fast as you can. Also, for the maths, the only option is practice and practice. Instead of practice, you have nothing to do with it. Unless and until you do each and every problem with all the concepts ready, you will not get the mathematics very easily. Okay, economics, try all the theory subjects, be it economics or law or any other subject at final level or the intermediate inter level. You need to write the short notes. From now onwards, whenever you open your book, just stick on, highlight the things and start making a very short notebooks, like this table what I have made. You can make those tables using you can use these tables and make your theory subjects. That's a very easiest way. At a glance, you need to get everything. If I'm showing you this thing, at a glance you're able to know that what are the things divided into, right? The same way theory subject should be prepared from this date. Okay, so you need to prepare that way. It should be so crisp and clear that in future when you do the revision, at one glance, seeing one page, you should be getting whole of the concept of that topic. Okay, that should be very easy with the help of the diagrams or a table or any of the things which you are comfortable with. But please make a very short notes for that. Okay, highlight the points and make a very short note for that. So these 2 things will help you to increase your speed and cope up with the next revisions. Okay, the next thing is that in 31st March we'll be dividing the days into 15 and 15, and the first 15 days we are going to do accounts and law. Okay, same concept for the accounts. You have to practice a lot because there are so many practical problems in it. Also, I suggest you people to just don't write simply just don't write what just the journal letter or something. Try to make pro forma for each and everything. If you're making final accounts for the manufacturing units and all, you need to prepare complete pro forma and do it, because if you just do the shortcuts now, in exam you may not be able to get it fluently with your pen. Okay, so always try to complete this accounts with complete pro forma. Okay, and law applies for the economics, what it was applies to the law too. Exactly, you need to write all the sections, right? All the sections. See, if you mention the sections with all the legible language, you will be surely scoring very good marks in law, because it's not just like a CPT that you're ticking and getting away with it. It's not MCQ type. You need to be writing the things. So it's better that if you know mug up all the sections which is available in the law. That will be really helpful for you, because see the examiner will know that the person have an in-depth knowledge, the student have an in-depth knowledge of each and every section. Okay, so try to make a handy like 2 pages sections book. Write the chapter name. Okay, write like from, see, one chapter is there, you write the section, what are the what things are mentioned, and write the things related in a very short way against the section number, so that once you open the booklet, you will get to know, okay, fine, this chapter has so many sections. It will hardly take a one page thing, and you will get to know the whole chapter in it. So that's a very good revision if you write sections in a paper and keep it aside, a very short notebook. Okay, so this was the these 15 days, I mean this 1 month is very important for you all to complete the groundwork for your next revision process. Okay, next 15 days, in those next 15 days, divide the days into 10 and 5. In those first 10 days, you need to practice. Your pen shouldn't stop at all for maths and accounts. You just practice each and every problem. See, while practicing all these things, the books which you required is the study material of ICAI, RTP and MTP. This is the Bible of all the CS students, I must say. So apart from that, no other book will be helpful. People will be saying that this scanner or that scanner, no other scanner except for the ICAI. These materials are like, it has so much in it, you don't even require any other material. Okay, then like 10 days you do both the practical subjects so that you get active and working. And the next 5 days you get economics and law. Now this economics and law will be done in 5 days because you have already made the short notes. Just go through the short notes like in a very quick manner. So in like psychologically you'll be feeling like, okay, fine, my second revision is done. Okay, fine, I have completed my second revision. So you will be at ease that okay, I have not wasted the time. I'm like satisfied with it. Okay, next comes the April. In April, divide those time into 10 days, 10 days and 10 days. Okay, so first 10 days again follow maths and economics. You just need to revise the thing. In this 10 days, you need to just go through all the RTPs and MTPs. Here, see, in these days, you might be doing all the study material things, each and every problem, each and every bit you'll be completing, right? Okay, we'll be practicing. And in this last 10 days, you make an environment as if you're writing an exam for maths and economics. Okay, for maths especially, like initially all the 5 days you try to get the concept clear, get the formulas clear wherever required for derivatives and all. Okay, and what you can do is you create an environment as if you're giving an exam. Take the RTPs and MTPs. By then, the current MTP, the fresh MTP would also be released. Take that MTP and try to solve that MTP as if you're writing an exam and evaluate yourself in this 10 days. Okay, after this evaluation, you'll be knowing where you're lagging behind. Okay, whatever are your shortcomings, just write in the paper and keep it aside. What are your weakness or what is the strength you have achieved till date? Okay, you will get a confidence. I'm sure that everyone would be like knowing where you stand in these days. Okay, next 10 days the same thing applies to the accounts and law, like what we did for the previous 10 days. Just go through these things, go through the accounts, whatever are the adjustments for the accounts, what are the journal entries for that, whatever you can mug up in your mind, or make a performer. For even accounts, you can make a very short note with the performers and here and there what are the journal entries and all. Like write the heading, this is the journal entry. Okay, so that it should fix in your mind that in exam, if you just see the question, just write the journal entry and fix up the numbers there. Okay, that should be your idea of understanding the accounts. And law also, I've already said that you need to just go to the sections in each and every from each and every chapters. Once you go to the sections, then I am sure that you will be able to recollect. In this time for the law, you need to just recollect what you have done, what you are, just close the book, take a close your eyes and just recollect in your mind that chapter 1, like sale of goods act is there, okay, contract act is there, okay, these are the sections, these are the, in that section, talk to yourself or make try to teach others the thing that always helps. Try to teach others what you actually want to convey. That will surely help in exam. Or else, become a teacher of yourself. Talk to yourself. To yourself while reading the law or economics. That would be a huge difference to your preparation. Okay. So here also, in these days you need to be going through the RTP and MTPs. Sorry, MTPs and RTPs. Okay, now comes the last 10 days. Now these last 10 days, that is the part of your third revision. See, first revision is done, second revision is done here, third revision is done here, and it will be the fourth revision in the last 10 days. Last 10 days, it's anyhow, you'll be with so much of pressure that you might be thinking, I have forgotten everything because of the vast syllabus. I am unable to recollect anything. Please relax, don't bother yourself. I am sure that everyone might have prepared so well till this day that no one should be feeling that out. I know it's a human tendency, like with the fear of the exams and all, you might be feeling that you haven't completed anything, or you might sometimes feel that, oh my god, I have just forgotten the section. Because the syllabus is vast, you might think that once I have just done the maths and I'm going to another subject on accounts or something, I'm forgetting what I have done previously. You think that your mind is replacing the things, but no. Once you open the book, once you see the practices and what you have done, you'll be feeling yourself like you'll be confident about yourself that no, you have remembered each and everything, you have practiced each and every answer. Okay, in this 7 days, see, first 7 days you need to take up maths, economics and law. Give practical subject a day extra, take economics and law. In these 2 days, you just need to go through the short notes. While going to the short notes, you recollect the things here. If you don't get anything, just go through, go back to that topic, read in detail. Okay, if at all you don't get the thing, if at all you're not at this stage, if at all you're not understanding some things, just write that and skip it, because if it's not of much importance, okay, skip it. If you try anything new here, or if you try something which you are not getting here, you might lose your confidence. Okay, so try to recollect in the theory subjects. Try to recollect what you have gone through. Okay, first thing. Next thing, just go into the simulation as if you're giving an examination. Okay, exactly same time which you have exam. What is your timing for the exam for the first two things? 2 to 5, right? Another one is 2 to 4, right? Another 2 subjects, theory and practical. So give yourself this time, exactly this time, and start writing the exam. Start solving the recent MTP which is released by the ICAI. That would surely help you to go through your exams. Okay, these test series and all, will be like other people will be evaluating, and you'll be getting, why you get into the trouble of all these things. Just do yourself, evaluate yourself. I'm sure you will go through. Next is of last 3 days of the exam. The first exam which you will be facing will be of accounts, right? So last 3 days, keep it for accounts. Don't take any other subject in this last 3 days, because the first exam is accounts, and you'll be having notion that okay, fine, I'll just leave it the account, I'll read it one day before the exam. No, you don't have to be, because the first exam what you are giving will give you the confidence. If you're perfect and thorough with that subject and you just attempt that exam and that exam goes well, okay, then you will be like you'll be like feeling a bit relaxed, and easily you might concentrate on other subjects. So I'm asking you to keep 3 days in advance for accounts. So according to our plan, you know, please, even if you waste a one day in a whole plan, that's what I have just left here, okay, it's fine. But see, buffer day is only one. You don't need to waste like, chalo fine, I have been reading this whole week a lot, I'll give a skip to it. No, you need to be very careful regarding this wasting of time. You're active here in these days, then by April, okay, then by April you need to be super active. Okay, like how any sportsmen do, like before the final match or something, they give their 100%, they practice, they get up early, and to do the exercise and all. So herein we are doing a brain exercise. We need to be writing very quickly, we need to be writing very neatly, and by this time, by April, when you're practicing the things should flow. So be be very precise in this time, so don't panic. Okay, if you are not coping up with this thing, then you will be in a panic mode in April. So try to be try to go with the plan and don't shift even a day here and there. Okay, now after all these things, like how to divide your work and all, I have prepared a timetable, a complete set of timetable for both kind of persons. That is a morning person and a night owl person. So it depends on you people, like which person you are, and if it all this timetable is according to me. You can even do it as how it suits you. Okay, but then remember one thing, this is the timetable. Anyone wants to refer, just take a screenshot of it. Okay, and it depends on the person, right? I was a night owl, so I would have followed this timetable. But strictly, whatever you go with the timetable, you make your own timetable. Think with which way you're comfortable, when to read the theory subject, when to go with the practical subject and all. It depends on your own perception, which is best for you. But this is according to me, I could do the best I could do was this. Okay, so the most important thing in this timetable is this time. Which time, this time. Because whenever you're writing the exam, please get prepared for 2 to 5 timings. Okay, usually what happens, after the lunch, people have a habit of taking a nap, and anyone and everyone have a habit of taking a nap after the lunch. But you need to be very, very much sure that you don't sleep at that time, because your exam timings are from 2 to 5. So you keep your mind awake. Okay, you need to keep your mind super active at this time. This is the crucial time. You need to keep your mind super active. Okay, so this is the timetable. You can take the screenshot of it, whichever person you are, follow that same thing. But remember, take good sleep. Don't ever delay your sleep. And also, while eating the things, eat the things which are light on your stomach. Okay, so that you don't eat heavy and sleep heavy. Okay, and it's very important that you take a good sleep of 8 hours. And I have given the hours of studies here. It doesn't mean that you stick to one place and just read all through the 3 hours and all. After every hour, take a 5 minutes break. That will relax your mind, it will restart your mind. Okay, after every hour, take a 5 minutes break in any of the study. Even though it's a theory subject or a practical subject, just take it. Just take a break of 5 minutes for every hour. See, for example, 5 to 8 you have a theory subject, right? It doesn't mean that if I'm writing 5 to 8, it doesn't mean that I'm asking you people to sit for a stretch from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. No, it means that 5 to 6 study hard, 5 minutes break, then again 6-5 study hard, then take a break till like after 7, take a break. There should be a progress in study. Okay, and strictly no mobile phones or distraction. It is seriously, you have only 2 months and you don't want to be wasting it, right? So Remember that you don't need to be keeping the mobile phones. Even if you have a mobile phones, put it on a airplane mode, or you need to get the notification nowadays, like from YouTube or some. You need to watch the lectures on the YouTube, or you need to be getting notification from ICEI and all. For that purpose, keep a mobile, but it should be with your parents or someone, so that if it comes, they will notify you. They will be notifying you. Okay, so be realized and keep away. I know this is the most important, and I mean this is the most difficult thing to be done these days, but it is not impossible. You ask any of the rankers, what they say is that the first thing they have left is mobile phones. Okay, you might have heard even about PV Sindhu. What did she said while she was practicing? She left her mobile phone like for 5 months at a stretch. Without a mobile phone, she was there. I mean, smartphone. She was practicing her thing. That's why she was able to achieve that, you know, that position. So, the first hardest thing to do is keep away from the distractions and then stick to this plan. I'm sure that you people will excel. Okay, guys, thank you. Take care. Bye bye. Have a nice study time.